Hi, sweet friends. My name is Roman Rose. Welcome to the Temple of the Rose. I wanted to again formally invite you to our temple, and please like, share, or subscribe if you would like to receive free content about holistic healing, wellness, mental health, and all things human, like healing and all things amazingly and sad and depressingly human. So, we're going to talk about glimmers today. So one of you asked me about glimmers, so we're going to go into it. So what are glimmers? Somebody was mentioning that they constantly feel like they're looking out for negatives in their life. And so those are called triggers, right? We have triggers all the time and things can trigger us. We move through various feelings and emotions and all kinds of things. But we can also train our mind to find glimmers. And glimmers are beautiful little sparkles throughout your day. I say sparkles because I love sparkles, but for you it could be your favorite team is playing, right? On TV. You are excited to pet your dog. That's a glimmer. You're excited to have your favorite food. You're excited to tune into your favorite YouTuber, and all of those can be glimmers. So let's go over what's a glimmer and what's a trigger. I have notes for you guys here too, so I come prepared. Glimmers are moments where you feel calm and you feel like you're ready to take on life. You feel very content with life, right? So glimmer is when you feel good, your nervous system is in the parasympathetic and not the sympathetic. We don't want to be there, but that's what the nervous system does. You kind of go in between the two states, and what the goal is to get back to parasympathetic as frequently as you possibly can, as quickly as you possibly can. So what I just shared was a glimmer are moments you feel calm and content. And so what is a trigger? I want to go through a definition of trigger. Trigger is when you feel emotionally dysregulated. Again, you're in the sympathetic fight, flight, fawn, freeze. You either want to kick some ass, right? Or you're like, okay, I don't want to do anything with this, and you want to go into avoiding. Glimmer is more about regulation, like finding the regulation, being in regulation. The nervous system is feeling calm, it feels good, it's looking out for things it loves and cares about. So we want to train our body, mind, spirit, and nervous system to look for glimmers. So what are some examples of glimmers? Right? So we've discussed that a glimmer is feeling regulated. It's feeling like you're in your parasympathetic. It's the moment, you're in the Temple of the Rose. You stop by and you smell the roses. The reason why I even created this online sacred community is I want to help people to start retraining our bodies, our minds, our spirit to start seeing the good. And not just fake toxic positivity. I'm talking about healing ourselves inside out, right? With the nervous system. So we're looking out for things that are comforting to us, like a special moment with someone you love, right? Holding someone's hand, whether it be your mama, your lover, your sibling, and just having that bond, right? So we're moving out from cortisol to oxytocin, serotonin. We want to feel all those good dopamine hits, right? And not be in fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So you're feeling good, right? It could be when you're outside feeling the sun on your skin. That's a beautiful glimmer. Truly, in the truest sense of the word, it's a glimmer. When the sun is on your skin, when you're feeling the wind, you're hearing the birds, those are glimmers. So what are some examples of glimmers, right? So we've discussed that a glimmer is feeling regulated. It's feeling like you're in your parasympathetic. It's the moment, Like, you know, you're in the Temple of the Rose, you stop by and you smell the roses. The reason why I even created this online sacred community is I want to help people to start retraining our bodies, our minds, our spirit, to start seeing the good. And not just like fake toxic positivity. I'm talking about healing ourselves inside out, right? With the nervous system. So we're looking out for things that are comforting to us, like a special moment with someone you love, right? Holding someone's hand, whether it be your mama, your lover, your sibling, and just having that bond, right? So we're moving out from cortisol to like oxytocin, serotonin. We want to feel all those good dopamine hits, right? And not be in fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. So you're feeling good, right? It could be when you're outside feeling the sun on your skin. That's a beautiful glimmer. You know, truly, in the truest sense of the word, it's a glimmer. When the sun is on your skin, when you're feeling the wind, you're hearing the birds, those are glimmers. So some other examples of glimmer is when you're out in nature. That is the most regulating thing in the world for me personally, and I would heavily advise that you do the same. There's a lot of research out there saying we trade pheromones and everything from trees, and there's this beautiful symbiotic relationship we have with nature because we are nature, we are the earth. So when you're outside, that is the perfect moment to experience a glimmer, right? So the glimmer is right there outside in nature, whether you're drinking water, whether you're, you know, looking at a tree, whether you're with your loved one, that's all going to produce those good chemicals in our body and our brain. Right, so even a kind interaction with a stranger, and I would love for you guys to comment below and share your glimmers, but let's move forward to how you can continue to practice and have awareness of glimmers, because like I said, mostly we're trained to spot negatives. So when you learn to spot positive glimmers, you know, in your reality, it's going to take some time, it's going to take some practice, it's definitely going to take some awareness. So how do you practice and become aware of triggers? So what's another way to practice glimmer? Just let it soak in. So what I do is in the morning, I have this routine where I call it, I grid my day. Like I'm gridding it, almost like planting positive little crystalline thoughts. I like to call them like golden thoughts. And just like say to myself, like, I really hope I get to see the sun. And if I don't get to see the sun, I really hope I get to enjoy a moment of fresh air with myself or my loved one. So when you wake up in the morning, the first thing to start noticing glimmers would be to have a gratitude practice, to wake up in the morning and just be grateful for whatever comes to your mind. It doesn't need to be big, because some days I'm depressed and I don't feel grateful for anything. I can have those days too. That's less and less, but they happen. Those days happen. We're human, like I said, right? So we're gonna go through a spectrum of emotions and feelings. So just starting your day off with a gratitude practice. If I'm so grateful for my body, I'm so grateful for this beautiful moment with you. You're part of my glimmer, you know? So I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for our interaction. I'm grateful for the community online. And just getting to a feeling space, because you want to sense the glimmer. You want to feel it. So like I was saying, you want to soak in your glimmer, right? And really feel into it, really sense it in your body. Because this is all an embodiment practice. I don't believe in saying affirmations till you're blue in the face and you're not feeling them. That just means there's some sort of block, and that's okay. Sometimes it does help, other times it doesn't. This is more about sensing and seeing what is available most to you in this moment. For me right now, I'm looking at this tarot. It's a glimmer for me. I love the sun card. I relate a lot to it. So that's a glimmer. I was just sitting here and like, oh, this brings me so much peace from the inside out. So even surrounding yourself with things in your space, wish I could show you guys. I have like little pockets of things that provide a sense of comfort and peace and safety in my nervous system, my body, and joy and pleasure and beauty for me. And so I'm surrounded by glimmers all the time. So yeah, you want to soak them in, you want to practice the inner sensing, and not to have a planned day, because usually I've noticed with people who are constantly busy, they have a hard time noticing glimmers. So give yourself some time and energy and free time to notice and daydream. So, like I was saying, glimmer is something you want to soak in. You want to create moments throughout the day, right? To plan for just nature to surprise you, for your environment to surprise you with a glimmer, right? And that's how you can begin to start retraining the mind, the body, the nervous system to look out for glimmers. So again, soak them in, practice sensing them from the inside out, because it's an embodied practice, right? And honestly, just open yourself up to wonder, open yourself up to the magic of the universe, and you will find your glimmers. So please comment below, like, share, and subscribe if you found this helpful. And if not, I would love some feedback too. I'm so open to any constructive feedback, and I'm so grateful for your support and love. So please continue to share if you feel resonance,